let's talk about curriculum. I have been getting a ton of comments recently because a lot of you guys are in the stages of picking out your curriculum for next year, and I'm getting a lot of comments on what worked this year and what didn't. So let's talk about it. Fourth grade was great. We are about to wrap up. We are maybe 2 weeks away from the end of our school year. So I would like to kind of look back and talk to you about our curriculum. I went back into my videos from my fourth grade curriculum choices, and I wrote down some notes. I had honestly actually forgot about a lot of some of the things that I had intended to do. So let's talk about that. Let's start with language arts. So language arts this year, I thought I was going to piece everything together and it was going to work out well. And my daughter is such a The Good and the Beautiful fan that she requested to do The Good and the Beautiful language arts. Was not the plan. I did not show that in my stuff for the year, but we went ahead and downloaded the free PDF option, and she used that solely on her own. I did not really check it, go over it. She wanted to do it more for fun, and she really enjoys it. She has admitted that she doesn't think that she learned a whole lot from it. But the things that she really truly enjoys from The Good and the Beautiful language arts is their art and their like geography that's throughout it, that's beautiful. And then she really loves the readers, and the rest of it is kind of just like meh to her. So that's why I decided to kind of take a step back and not truly focus on doing it as like sole curriculum. So I think what we're going to do, if she wants to continue doing that, is take those components. If she likes to do it, that is totally fine in my book if she wants to add that onto her plate. But we're still going to be doing other things to supplement. So I've written down for language arts that we were going to use word roots. We definitely did not use word roots. I don't even know where the book is. We never touched it, and I'm okay with that. Like, it is what it is. Sometimes I felt like we also had a little too much written down here as some of the things that we were going to be doing, but we got it down to a science. We did not use word roots. I don't have anything positive or negative to say about the curriculum other than we just didn't get to it. We didn't find time to do that program. Next is we had every intention, because I hyped the crap out of it, because we really loved this in third grade. Mostos. I can't tell you how sad and disappointed I was to not use Mostos, but we did not use this curriculum. It makes me sad. It really makes me sad. Out of all the curriculums that was like a flop this year, Mostos is it. Here's the thing. My daughter loves to read, but she likes to read what she likes to read. And she felt that this felt like too much. Like the workbook was a little too much. Now, we didn't have to do the workbook, but then that also took more into me figuring out, okay, well, are we just going to read the stories? What are we going to do with the story? And she was just like, Mom, can we not do it? And I pulled up my big girl panties and was like, sure, like, we will not do Mostos, but we have to do some type of reading. Now, I know she does reading with her The Good and the Beautiful, but there's no like comprehension, there's no like anything that really has to do with the books that I noticed in the curriculum for fourth grade. So I decided to kind of just let her do that and read those books in like the first half of the year, and it worked. It was fine. The next thing that we were going to do was winning with writing. Now, we didn't touch this. I don't even think she did a single lesson in here. Here's the thing. I went back into our Winning with Writing, the 3rd grade level, and I discovered that that used to be something that she did independently because it was like a day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4 layout type of style book. So it was like 1 page a day, and it seemed really easy. But towards the 2nd semester of the books, it got really complicated fast. And I noticed that she was skipping or crossing it off or not doing it. And my fault for not really checking and going over everything in fine detail. Lesson learned. But it really got hard quickly, and it expected the writing to just progress at, to me, a fast pace. I have a writer and a reader, but she writes more in her head, what she wants to write, not what she's being told to write. And she gets caught up on like the formality of words, whereas she knows how to write a sentence, she knows how to write a paragraph. She's just hung up on, you know, detail sentences and like the formality of the instruction. So I just tell her, write. We can always critique it and go back. And even by saying that, it like freaks her out and she thinks she's not doing it. So we didn't even touch Winning with Writing. I took a break from writing altogether. I didn't want to hinder her relationship with writing, as I do feel like she is still young enough where we can take our time with writing. And I'm like, nope, we're gonna push the brakes. I'm not gonna force her to do something and then make her hate a subject. So we took a step back. We didn't really do a whole lot of writing for the first half of the year, other than what was already in her other curriculum that we were doing. No formal writing curriculum. And that worked for us. So let's see. So we have, the next we had was Zayner Blozer. So she does the Zayner Blozer grammar, and this has been great. She's, not the greatest enthusiast when it comes to doing grammar, but when I look through it, like, she has completed the assignments. I love that the assignments are in color, and they're great. I have sat next to her while she's done this. We have done one a day, so we have scheduled this 4 days a week. And the lessons are really short. They're like a page or two. I do have a review up on this if you want to go check that out. I'll try to remember to link it down below, but it is on my channel if I don't remember. We've thoroughly enjoyed this, and I haven't decided if we're going to do it for next year. But we are almost done with this. So we have about maybe 5 lessons left in the entire book. Yeah, we're on lesson 55, and I think it goes up to lesson 60. So the Zayner Blozer has been a hit. We also continued Zayner Blozer handwriting, which I have done reviews and comparisons on as well in my videos. That's a hit. I don't have it here to show you, but we do it. It's still going. Next up is, we had Soaring with Spelling. I don't even think I have the book anymore. I think I sold it. We tried doing that. It was like a day 1 through 4 concept type of book, and it just felt like the words were a little bit too easy for her, and she's a natural speller. So I figured with how much she was reading and doing in other curriculums that we didn't need to do a formal spelling, so I nixed it. Nothing wrong with Soaring with Spelling. It just, for her, it wasn't a good fit. Let's see, let's move on. Okay, so that was language arts. So for the most part, everything went well there. Let's talk about our read aloud. So 3rd grade, I discussed that our read alouds were kind of a flop. And this year they've been good, but I've kind of incorporated them with our school and not so much as like a separate thing that we do outside of school. And I felt like we got it read a little bit more than if we just did it on our own outside of school time. So the only one that I think on here, actually, there was one that we did not like, and I don't even know where it is. This is the second book. We never got to this one, but I think it's called Just the Very Far North, and we didn't like it. We got a few chapters in, it was just a do not finish. I don't know what it was about it. It's just we didn't like it. It wasn't our style of a book, and so I didn't force it. We put it down and we moved on to the next book. I did not have this on our list, but we did read The Courage of Sarah Noble. I think we did I might have just assigned this to her to do like a reading on a day as like homework, that we might have had like a light day or something like that, and she read it. It was fine. It was great. The next book that we read was The Family Under the Bridge. We did not do anything with it. We just read the book. Sometimes I'll grab like a unit study or something from Teachers Pay Teachers and go from there. But this one we just read. Phenomenal. We loved it. She loved all the characters in this book. I like that it has the occasional picture in the book. Overall, great. The next one, My Side of the Mountain, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. This girl was so excited to read this book every day. We did do a Teachers Pay Teacher like novel unit on it, and it was really good too, but this one's good. It's got good nuggets in here. Highly recommend. This had the occasional picture in it as well. I felt it was spaced out good. I like that it wasn't like chapter 1, chapter 2. It was like named chapters, like for instance, In Which I Meet One of My Own Kind and Have a Terrible Time Getting Away. Pretty short and sweet. Loved it. We loved it a lot. The only one we did not get to that was on my list of read-alouds that I had put in my videos from my curriculum choices, Where the Red Fern Grows. This has been on my curriculum choice for 2 years now. This will definitely be the first book we read in our 5th grade year because it needs to be read. I know she's gonna love this. Like, it's about, a dog, and there's a dog in here. So 2 dogs, not 1 but 2 dogs. So she's gonna love it. We just have to read it. And I think it was just intimidating because it looks big, but in reality it's only like a 200-page book. No biggie. So we did not get to this one. We did just finish out our year with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. 10 out of 10. She loved it. She was so excited to read this book. She actually would continue to ask me to read more. And I'm like, no, like I have it spaced out. I don't want to finish this in like a week because it needs to go for the rest of the year. But we did end up finishing it in the month of March. So we took all of March, read this about 3 times a week, and finished the book. It was great. We did the movie as well. We did the Johnny Depp version because that was just whatever one that we picked. But I really want to see the new one that came out like more recently. I think it was like Wonka. But yeah, really good one to read. Next up, so sorry, I feel like I got bit by something and now it itches. Anyways, so math. We did math 4. I had a couple videos talking about math 4, so I'm going to keep this brief. It's working. We're doing it. I'm tweaking it to how it's going to work for us. I wish the teacher's manual was different. I wish it told me where things were taught so we can easily go back and backtrack if we need to during the review process. I wish the answer key showed me how they got the answer, not just an answer in red. Anyone, I feel like, can look that up. There's things that I wish I liked about it more, and we definitely tend to cross some things out, like not whole entire lessons, but like if there's like 30 long division problems and she's solid by like the 10th one, I make her do only 10. Or we'll do like every other, and I'll just go through and I'll cross out some X's through the problems. It's beautiful. She gets excited about it. I do like the video option as well for the lessons. We were doing that as independent, but I came to the conclusion that she wasn't grasping because she was reading the lesson as well, and I think she thought that she knew how to do it, so she would try to do it and she would get things wrong. So we do math together now, and it's working. It's fine. We're almost done. I have not found the math curriculum for us. I'm not sure if it's out there. The more the years go by, the more I feel like the curriculum for us isn't out there. We just have to make the curriculum how it is for us and our family. So yes, we're doing it. It worked. She's learning. She's doing math. That's all that matters to me. That's pretty much the only math, although she does do a few supplemental things on the days that I work. So she does pet math, which she should be almost done with. This has been really fun. We have, I think there's a restaurant one too that we do. She might be done with that one already because I don't have it up here. She does fun with math and reading. She's almost done with this one as well. We are going to continue using this book through our break as just something to keep routine going. But these are great too. It kind of gives you like a funny fun fact kind of story. It's usually unusual. And then it has like some comprehension, and then it throws in some form of math as well. So we really like that as well. History, let's move it along. I had fully, I think, intended to use, I don't even have them up here to show you, but we had the Tuttle Twins textbook. We never got to it. We never read it. I'm hoping to do that on our break, but I'm not sure. It just depends if I want to or not. So I can't really say if I like it because we haven't used it. We did, however, use the Tuttle Twins, like the little books. I think there's like a set of 10. These ones, she did read through all of these and report back to me on basically the concept of the book, what she learned, and that went really well. I don't have all of them here, but I believe there's 10 or 12 total. So she did that for history. That was part of the plan. What we eventually ventured away from is we did end up using a new curriculum, which is going to be in a separate video. But actually I've already done a separate video on it, but we ended up using Discover, which is a secular company. She's almost through the first half of this book, so I think what we're going to do is like use the year up before we move on to whatever we're moving on to next year. This is fun. It's in color. It's pretty easy. I love the comprehension about it. Like they'll have you read and then they'll have you go back and like see what page the vocabulary is on it. So it does have vocabulary throughout, activities, everything, you name it. So she did this on the days that I'm here, and she read these on the days that I'm not, I know I posted something about a critical thinking book. We didn't actually end up using that one. I don't even know where it is or what it was, but we did not do it. For science, we had every intention of doing this Abeka Health book. We did not use the Abeka Health book. I mean, we did the first couple lessons, like I believe up to 2.1. So we did 1.5 chapters, basically. No, not even. We did like 2 lessons. Honestly, it wasn't about the book as much as it was about time. We just didn't find the time. So we did not do the Abeka Health. I still really like it. We might come back to this. I'm not sure. It's very colorful. I feel like it's easy to navigate. I felt like I wanted to skip around to the ones that I wanted to learn about first, but I know we learned about like our brain. She really enjoyed the activity in like the activity book, and yeah, we didn't get very far. I mean, there's a tab here. I know we did a little bit more than what's tabbed, but I don't know. Tell me your thoughts. We did not use my pals. Honestly, this is another thing about time. It is so hard for me because math can sometimes take us 45 minutes just for math. And so having the time to sit here and do language and then read some out of our book and do writing and do, you know, all the things can sometimes stress us both out. And then these typically are the subjects that get put to the side. Now, I truly believe there is science in so many other things that we do. I don't want to say that she's not learning science, because I do truly feel like she is. But formally, it has not been so well. We have completed the Good and the Beautiful Science Unit Space, and we are almost done completing the Good and the Beautiful Science of Marine Biology. So that's, I guess, a formal science that we're getting through this year, but we did not do anything else formal. I have a few other science books that we've touched on and looked through, and she's constantly getting books from the library. She's constantly watching documentaries. So I feel like we're getting science, just not in like the formal science that you would think of when you think of school science. What else? What am I missing? For writing, I meant to bring this up when I was talking about winning with writing, but we ended up going with My Father's World Writing Skills. This is phenomenal. She truly enjoys doing it. It has great, easy examples. I know it's going to pick up a little bit, but she's picking up with the pace, and I feel like she's doing a really, really great job. The assignments are relatable, easy to come up with something to write, and a lot of it has been like her choice. So I feel like that was helpful because it's something she wanted to write about. And so she's also been choosing to write in cursive, which is kind of cool. And that is completely by choice. So it's been nice to see her writing evolve so far this year, but I know I've talked about that. Vocabulary, I know I have this, sorry, I must have had some stuff sitting underneath things, but we were not a fan of vocabulary. I'm having her do it just to wrap up the year. I don't even know if we will. She's only about not even halfway, so I might just call it. And here's the thing, y'all, like some of this curriculum stuff she gets out of in so many other areas that I don't need a formal curriculum for it. She reads so much. She's constantly looking up what something means. And to me, that's more what a vocabulary book would do than just going through a vocabulary curriculum. But that's just my opinion. That was our year in a nutshell. Honestly, a lot of the curriculum worked and a lot of it didn't, and that's okay, but I think we have finally found our groove. I am so excited to show you what my picks are for 5th grade. I am placing my final order today, so I should have videos coming out very shortly on our 5th grade picks. So please be sure you are subscribed, hit the bell for notifications for future videos of mine, and I'll see you in my next video. Let me know if you have any questions for me in the comments, and I'd be happy to chat about it. Bye.